This video can be used for the installation of Celina Pinnacle high peak frame tents of any size. Make sure you have all components and parts required for proper installation as noted in your setup instruction sheet. Spread your drop cloth on the ground in the area the tent will be installed. Lay the installation hardware on the ground in the respective areas around the perimeter. To install the frame, start in the middle of one side by connecting the spreader tubes to the 15-inch coupling. Clamps and pins are not required. Connect the remaining three sides. Connect one end of one cable at any chosen corner on the hook attached to the inside of the corner fitting. Connect the other end of that same cable to the diagonal corner fitting. Take the remaining cable, connect each end to the hooks on the remaining two diagonal corner fittings, forming an X with the cables. You may need to raise the frame on the final corner fitting to attach the last cable. Lay out the tent top inside the frame on the drop cloth and unfold your tent top so that the top of the tent is facing up and laying on top of the cross cables. You will have a point in the middle of the tent top which represents the peak and should rest at the intersection of the cross cables. Starting at one corner, pull the nylon strap over top of the corner fitting and secure it to the ring connected to the outside of the corner fitting. Make sure the corner strap with the O-ring connected to the tent top strap is secured last. This should be a tight fit upon completion. Once your top is in place, insert the legs on one side of the tent by lifting the spreader tubes high enough to insert one leg. With your tent still suspended, insert the other leg on that same side. Do not leave the tent unattended with only one leg inserted. One side should be complete with your tent at an angle as shown. Next, insert the center mass pin through the hole in the center of the tent top, pushing the pin from under the tent through the top, making sure the open-ended side of the pin is facing the interior of the tent. If you have a tent flag, it should be attached at this point. Unhook the bottom clip of the center mass pole and position the bottom of the pole at one of the corners. Slide the bottom of the center mass pole toward the center of the tent, connecting it to the pin, pushing it through the top of the peak so the pin is visible from the outside of the tent. Rest the bottom of the center mass pole at the intersection point of the cables. Secure the bottom of the mast by placing the small pin through the hole and connecting it under both cables. Lift the other side of the tent using the spreader tubes and insert the remaining two legs one at a time. Always use a frame tent jack when available. Place the base plates in their desired locations with the smaller stake holes facing the interior of the tent and the hooks on the exterior of the tent. At this point, you may elect to drive the anchoring pins into the base plates with or without the legs attached, keeping in mind to make sure your base plates are accurately positioned, keeping your tent square. Once all legs and base plates are secure, your tent frame and top is complete. To tension the tent top, starting at one corner using the ratchet rope lock system, place the rope into the oval ring and screw the ring back into place after the rope is secured inside. Tie a loop knot in the open-ended rope at the bottom and place the loop on the hook on the back side of the base plates. Pull the rope to tighten the ratchet, putting tension on the tent top. Be sure not to tighten one corner too much before the remaining corners are in place to prevent your tent top from sliding or shifting out of position. Install the rope lock system at the remaining three corners. Once all corners have been installed, repeatedly tighten each corner, putting the same amount of tension at each corner until the tent top is consistently tight around the perimeter. Drive the remaining four anchoring pins into the ground at an angle approximately 4 to 5 feet from each base plate. The head of each pin should be driven straight into the ground with the head 4 inches above the ground. Using the 1-inch ratchet buckle assemblies, install the ring end of the strap by pulling the strap through the inside of the ring to form a loop. Put the loop over the anchoring pin below the head of the pin and pull tight. Secure the top hook to the ring on the outside of the corner fittings using the same ring that the tent top strap is secured to. Slide the remaining open-ended strap through the ratchet buckle and then pull back toward you until the strap is tight. While holding the open-ended strap, click the ratchet, tightening the strap. Remember not to over-tighten one corner until all corners have been installed. Your Pinnacle high peak frame tent is now completely installed.